Welcome back, beautiful tri-state area. You're listening to a moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. I'm your host, Zen Sams. This is the Hydration with Heart segment, proudly brought to you by Once Upon a Coconut. Today, we're chatting all about breaking barriers and banking on name, image, and likeness. That's right. Meet the twin basketball phenoms leading the charge for women's sports. Mya and Mya Pauldo, also known as TBC or TwinBackCourt, are not only dominating high school basketball, but are also making history. These twins from Paterson, New Jersey, have shattered barriers, becoming the first female high school athletes to secure a name, image, and likeness deal with, you heard it, Puma. They've worked with brands like Gatorade, Lego, and Nissan, starred in their own Overtime reality series, and led their team to championship victory in the Overtime Select League. But their success isn't just about stats or brand partnerships. It's truly a testament to their hustle, their humor, and their ability to inspire young athletes worldwide. With full scholarships to the University of Tennessee awaiting them, Mia and Mya are poised to become household names. Let's dive into what makes these young trailblazers tick, the challenges they've faced, and the lessons they're taking with them to the very next level. This is the Hydration with Heart segment, and let's dive right in. I'm your host, Zen Sams. Welcome to the show, superstars.
Thank you for having us.
You're even in tune with your greetings. Wow. Oh
I
boy.
mean,
Okay, I know. So, Mya, we're gonna start with you. So let's kick things off with something game changing. Literally, you and Mia made history as the first female high school athletes to sign name, image, and likeness deal with Puma, and that's a monumental milestone considering that just 2 years ago, nil opportunities didn't even exist for high school athletes, and the NCAA rule change in 2021 really did open up a $1 billion market, but only a sliver of that pie goes to women's sports. So, how does it feel to not just play the game, but also change it by breaking barriers for women in sports?
I feel very blessed and very grateful for being like the role models to people and just having those type of opportunities other people don't have. And we're just really showing how much we love the game and we're just showing who we are. And I'm very excited and just grateful to have those opportunities.
What's your perspective, Mia?
Yeah, we're trailblazers and we love doing things first. And we're real competitive. So even if it comes on the business side on the court, we love being the first to do everything we're doing. Um, but like Maya said, I'm real grateful to be a role model to the ones after us and even the ones before us because most of them, all of them, didn't have the opportunities that we're having today with NIL and getting brands and stuff like that. So I'm real grateful for having the opportunity to get all those things done.
Yeah, it's such a powerful reminder, really, if you think a bit of how the right opportunity combined with grit and talent can really reshape an entire industry. I mean, you're not just making history, you're laying a foundation for other young women to follow. And that's truly revolutionary, girls. So, congratulations to all of your success.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Now let's shift gears back to you, Mia. Overtime series, no limits with Maya and Mia. I mean, a recent survey found that 75% of Gen Z prefers content that feels authentic, and your show delivers just that. We see your grind, your bond of sisters, and even the not so glamorous moments. So, what has the experience been like putting your lives on such a public platform, and how do you balance authenticity with keeping some parts of your journey private?
I mean, we surround ourselves with great people. As you see on our show, everyone that's been a part of the show or had their faces in the show plays a part of our development and us as people. We trust the ones close to us and we keep that circle tight. And we know how to read energy well. So, and for us to be able to have our own show, it's crazy. Like I can imagine myself having like being on a movie or something like that. Like it's just, I'm so grateful for that, and we're so funny. We have the humor and the personality. So just to have it out there and being great people on and off the court, and to be able to see that on TV, I think it's just a great thing. You know?
You're so young with so much insight, definitely old souls. And it's so relatable and honestly inspiring to hear how intentional you are about maintaining your success and the balance. And your show doesn't just entertain it, it empowers people to see that full picture of what it takes to really succeed. So I think you guys are onto something incredible. Now, Maya, let's talk about juggling it all. Studies show that student athletes spend an average of 30 hours per week on their sport, and that's without factoring in these responsibilities like brand deals or social media. So you're not just running a schedule, you're running an empire. Walk us through a typical day in your life. How do you keep up the energy and focus to manage school, sports, and everything else?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's easy for an average student to do what we're doing, student athlete to do what we're doing. But I think we're able to maneuver our schedule because we have each other and we just like rely on each other. We help each other if we're stressing or anything like that. We just know what's the main focus, and it's always school first and then basketball.
Now, Mia, let's dive into basketball's life lessons. So, Purdue recently found that 78% of former athletes say their time in sports taught them leadership, teamwork, and resilience. So, you and your sister have been described as the best high school backcourt in the nation. So, clearly, basketball is more than just game for you. What life lessons has the sport taught you, and how do you think those lessons will shape your next chapter at the University of Tennessee?
Basketball has taught me to be able to deal with different people personalities, and being able to acknowledge someone and critique someone's work without being negative, and go a different way about it, um, and as well as making connections with people on different teams. On the court, you compete against each other, but off the court it's always respect. So I feel like that's a life lesson as well.
It is. It's fascinating to see how sports translate into life skills that extend far beyond the court, like you just said. And the Lady Vols are not just, getting talented players; they're getting true leaders like you. So it's amazing. Now, Maya, let's talk family. You've both mentioned how instrumental your family has been in your journey. I know for a fact that your dad, DJ, is an incredible support system and role model. And it's no surprise. Research from the NCAA highlights that nearly 70% of student athletes credit family support as a key to their success. So, what's the most important lesson your family has taught you? And how does that foundation keep you grounded amidst all the success?
They always tell us to surround ourselves with people we want to be around, and I feel like we found people that are gonna be our friends or just be the people we want to be around forever. And I think that's why we're so successful because we stay around people we want to be around on the court, off the court, and just that will help support us throughout our journey. And another thing they also taught us is to always be confident, and that's why we're so outgoing and we're able to show people who we are and we're not scared to do that because they just always told us to keep our head high, be who you are, and don't ever be scared to do anything. And that's what's helping us succeed the most.
Those are such important life lessons. It's so touching to hear how deeply rooted you are in your family values. It's a true testament to how success starts at home and grows outward, right? Now, Mia, let's look ahead to the future. Okay. I want to, between college and these name, image, likeness opportunities, and eventually the WNBA, your potential, both of you, it seems limitless. But what's remarkable is how you and your sister are already thinking about the legacy that you want to leave behind, right? So, what are your ultimate goals, both individually and as a duo? And how do you hope to leave your mark on women's basketball?
Personally, I want to be the freshman player of the year, in the SEC and in the NCAA. Um, I want to become one of my goals is to become a better point guard, and I know being a player under Coach Kim Caldwell, I know that will be possible because she's such a great coach. Um, and I also want to lead in steals because I really want to work on my defense as well. I just want to be an overall player. And then overall together, I want to win national championship. That's the main focus. And with the group that's coming in next year, I think we have a possibility of doing
Wow. All right, sister, you're up.
that.
Yeah, she said it all. I definitely want to be I want to be the all defensive player in the SEC, and I think like all NCAA as well. I also want to lead in steals, like Mia said, and assists because I want to just make those passes to my teammates and knock those shots down, and like also like Mia said, win a natty.
Now, your vision is incredibly inspiring, right? You're not just aiming for success. We just heard it. You're aiming to redefine what success looks like for women's sports. If you could give advice to your younger selves, I know that you guys are still fairly young, but Mia, what advice would you give to your younger self?
To continue to be confident, to continue to get out your comfort zone, because at some point you have to be comfortable with uncomfortability, and that's something my parents taught us. So we're able to adapt to any environment we're in. So I would tell my younger self to continue to do that and be comfortable with being uncomfortable because at some point that's just life, you know.
I like it. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. All right. Maya, what would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self to just have a regular regimen of working out and just working on body parts that are injured or were injured and just keep it strong because as we're getting older, we're not as flexible or we'll have injuries that reoccur from when we were younger and we never treated it as we would now. So I would be more consistent with that as I was younger. Even though I was young, so I wasn't really thinking of that because we healed quick and we were flexible, but it it takes a toll on your body now.
So be kind to your body. If you take great advice to your younger self, I mean these are very wise words that you're telling our listeners, and in saying so and in putting those words out there, people are truly listening to you and being inspired by what you're saying. And both of you said something very interesting. One said, "Hey, listen, go back and take care of your body. You're going to need it forevermore." And the other one said, "Hey, listen, go back and don't stop believing and being confident and just stay the course." And I think that that's exactly what both of you have done. Now, before we wrap up, what is I'm going to now you can each answer this, but one thing that is a fun fact about the other that not many people know about, but that's very different. Okay, so Mia, what is it about your sister? I want one fun fact that you think is pretty cool that nobody knows about her.
Dang, I already have mine for you.
Oh boy, I can't wait to hear.
All right, I'm gonna just go first. Mia is a really good writer. She writes a lot of poems and she likes poetry. She likes to read it. And she's really
Oh,
good at writing those.
oh, look at you, little creative. You're not just an athlete, you're a poet. Okay, I like that. All right, are you gonna give us something back for your sis?
I would say that she's a great cook and a great baker, but everyone knows
Oh, oh, okay. Well, no, I didn't know that.
Oh, me
Okay.
drawing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's talk about her drawing because she's a great drawer. Like she's so descriptive on her like eyes and the angles of the eyeballs and everything. Like she knows how to.
Oh, you're a
She know how
detailed
to.
artist.
Yeah, she know how to draw a nice mouth, a nice face. Yeah, yeah.
You
You're
guys
a
are
great
so funny.
artist. That's
Oh
that's
my
that's good. You're
god,
a great artist.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Oh, you guys are amazing. All right. Well, I have one more last question here. So, looking ahead between the college opportunities and eventually everything that you have going on, um, if you could pick one lane outside of basketball, I had this question I wanted to ask you. You can't pursue basketball. What career would you pursue?
A dancer
Really?
or actor.
Yeah, I would try to pursue being an actor or a
We
model.
did a lot when we were younger then. Like we were models, we were actors, we were dancers. Like we did a lot. We did softball, we did gymnastics. So we could have done a lot of
Yeah.
things.
Wow. Well, I still feel that you're doing all of that, but now it's under the guise of pro athletes, and you all of that is still there. You're still models, you're still actors, you're still ambassadors. Everything that you did as younger versions prepared you for this very day. Because what you don't realize is that you probably would not be able to endure the stardom, the fame, the celebrity, and all the attention had you not had that preparation as young little dancers and actors and ambassadors. So your mom and dad knew exactly what they were doing, and that's part of road mapping the your child's future in the proper way. So not only do you have a great support system, but you have some really smart momagers and dadagers back there.
You're right. You're
Facts.
right.
All right, my dears, we're officially out of time. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having us
again.
You're welcome. And that's a wrap on today's Hydration with Heart segment, brought to you by Once Upon a Coconut. That was Maya and Mia, and they've inspired us all with their drive, their authenticity, and their vision for the future. And to anyone listening, you can follow them on the gram at TBCMIA number 3 and at TBCMYA number 2 for a behind-the-scenes look at their journey. And you can also head to TwinBackCourt 23. This has been a Moment of Zen. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories that remind us all to dream big and play even bigger. We'll be right back after this. This is the Hydration with Heart segment, brought to you by Once Upon a Coconut.
A Moment of Zen is brought to you by Once Upon a Coconut.
Discover the refreshing taste of 100% pure coconut water that actually tastes great. Naturally sweet with no artificial flavors or added sugar. It's packed with electrolytes to keep you hydrated throughout your day. And with 10% of profits going to charity, every sip makes a difference. Pure taste, pure goodness. Experience nature's Gatorade. Visit Once Upon a Coconut or naturesgatorade.com.